Request our guest recitation of the sacred hymns Mangalacharan Mantra.
दीप ज्योति जनार्दन दीपो हरतु मे पापं दीप ज्योति नमोस्तुते शुभं करोतु कल्याणं आरोग्यं सुख संपदा द्वेष बुद्धि विनाशाय आत्मज्योति नमोस्तुते आत्मज्योति प्रदीप नमोस्तुते ब्रह्मज्योति प्रदीप्ताय गुरुज्योति नमोस्तुते या दण्डमण्डिकरा या ब्रह्मच्युत ब्रह्मविजा सार परमा मातस्ते स्वटीकमान्वितां ईश्वरीं भगवती.
Now I request University of Agriculture, Science and Technology.
The program is presided over by our reverse Vice Chancellor, Honorable Vice Chancellor from class Jammu, Professor B.N. Tripathi, whose commitment to education and leadership is an inspiration to all of us. In the hall, we have Colonel Sandeep Singh Ji, सेना मेडल. आपका भी सर स्वागत है और स्वागत है इस सभागार के अंदर उपस्थित जम्मू विश्वविद्यालय से आए हुए विभिन्न विभागों के विद्यार्थी, शोधकर्ता और अध्यापकगण, इस विश्वविद्यालय के बाहर से आए हुए हमारे IIMC से जो विद्यार्थी और उनके अध्यापक यहाँ पर पहुँचे हैं, आप सबका भी इस सभागार के अंदर स्वागत है. मैं स्वागत करना चाहूँगा, अभिवादन अभिनंदन करना चाहूँगा इस सभागार के अंदर उपस्थित उन बुद्धिजीवियों का जो राष्ट्रवाद के विचार को लेकर सदैव अग्रसर रहते हैं और आज भी इस कार्यक्रम को सफल बनाने के लिए डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ स्ट्रेटेजिक एंड रीजनल स्टडीज जो कि कोलैबोरेशन के अंदर है जम्मू कश्मीर अध्ययन केंद्र के साथ, आप उन्हें आशीर्वाद देने पहुंचे हैं. आप सबका अभिनंदन वंदन है. The Department of Strategic and Regional Studies, earlier known as Center for Strategic and Regional Studies, was conceptualized by the Chancellor of the University and Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, General Retired K.V. Krishna Rao, in the period of 1985. Subsequently, University Grants Commission appointed a special committee that submitted its report in 1987, recommending that in view of rapidly changing security environment, intensive efforts should be made to promote general awareness of rapid changing security environment. Intensive efforts should be made to promote general awareness of rapid enhancing security environment. Intensive efforts should be made to promote general awareness of strategic issues and national security in the country. It envisages a setting up of a center for research on strategic and security and regional issues. It had been conceived and geostrategic development in
the role of diplomacy during the ancient days, how the rulers, how they had used their intelligence and the diplomatic effort, and that how the modern days, the world, the nations across the world, they are using the diplomacy and foreign policy as well as intelligence in the functioning of their governments. The External Affairs Government of India, and we had completed that work. So basically edited by me, myself, Dr. Mohammad Munir Alam.
came to Srinagar. He landed there on the 1st of August 1947, having travelled by train from 30th July from Delhi. He was to spend there quite a few days. He got cold, he went back. He had a meeting with Maharaja under that tree. वो पेड़ अभी भी लगा हुआ है, ललित होटल के पेड़ जो दरख्त है उसी के नीचे, वहाँ लिखा भी है, that is what where Gandhi met Maharaja. And evening he went to Sheikh Abdullah's house, and those who were present in that gatherings also say that Gandhi rebuked Begum Abdullah for laying down a very lavish table, saying that this is not the kind of treatment or hospitality I am used to. You should have taken care of that. But anyway, the crux of the matter is that Gandhi too went back and the status quo continued. And Nehru kept dilly-dallying because he wanted Maharaja to succumb and accept Sheikh Abdullah as the ultimate ruler. And he would not let anything else happen because he thought otherwise he may not be able to bargain it the way he wanted to. And the mutual skepticism between Nehru and Maharaja kept on growing each day, to the extent that Maharaja was suspicious about every move by Nehru, and that possibly also led to delay by weeks and by days. And meanwhile, as General Sahab was saying, the Kavairi attack happened on the 22nd of October 1947. I'm not going into that story. General Sahab has very vividly narrated to you the entire sequence of events, how it happened, how the bridge was blown up, and a singular example of valor was established by Brigadier Rajinder Singh, and the exception happened on 26th of 1947 because then Nehru was given the offer, but he then sent VP Menon and Manik Shah to confirm that the letter was signed, the accession instrument went back, and then the forces came, the 1st Regiment of the 6th, the Dakota. There were very few pilots those days, and they were actually called to duty. You will be amused to know one of those pilots, though of course may not have been flying the aircraft which brought the Sikh contingent, was one of them was, who later became a chief minister, Captain Biju Patnaik. So that's why I said we'll also talk about some of the lesser known anecdotes related to it. But even after that, now a few months, the exception happened. But as M.J. Akbar writes in his book, Gandhi is Hinduism, Jinnah's Islam. Exception happened and sowed the seeds for the issue to continue alive for decades to come. And I would say it is also possibly because the Nehruvian blunders continued even after accession. If Nehru had faltered because of his weakness for Sheikh Abdullah in dilly-dallying and causing the delay which led to the martyrdom, which is an unavoidable martyrdom, absolutely avoidable martyrdom of Brigadier Rajinder Singh, the first ever Mahavir Chakra, Colonel Narayan Singh. Also later on the Indian Army came in, Major Somnath became the first Paramveer Chakra. All this loss of precious lives could have been avoided, but that was one blunder. But after that, when actually the Indian forces were on the verge of retrieving back Muzaffarabad, the then Prime Minister Nehru, defying the dictum of collective leadership, without consulting his cabinet colleagues, walked into the Akashvani Bhavan and declared unilateral ceasefire. So in his misconceived urge to be remembered as an apostle of peace by the world, he led to the creation of what is today known as Pak-occupied Jammu and Kashmir and continues to remain so. If that had not been done, the part of Jammu and Kashmir under illegal occupation of Pakistan, even after 7 decades, would have been a part of India today. And then, to add to it, yet another misguided venture carrying this issue to the UN, which was absolutely not required, not called for, which led to the UN resolution on 13th of August, and then the UN resolution also laid down the condition that the further follow-up could be done only after the Pakistan had withdrawn its troops, which it never did, has not done till today. And still we keep on debating. We keep on debating as if we are on the defensive. Even the UN resolution did not give a clean sheet to Pakistan, in spite of our belief that UN had no role to play. And then one after the other, the Indus Water Treaty signed in 1960 by Nehru and Ayub Khan, again Jammu Kashmir bore the brunt. I know how many of you know, even today, most of our share of water is going to Pakistan. जब कोई फायरिंग होती है तो हमारे ही नेता उठकर कहते हैं पाकिस्तान का पानी रोक दो. It happened about 7 years back. I sent a small note to Honorable Prime Minister. I said, those who say so do not know that even our water is going that side. Because they were given 3 rivers, Jhelum, Sindh and Chenab. We got 3, Ravi, Satluj, Vyas. Ravi was the biggest. Because the then government, the National Council government, the then later on their coalition governments did not allow that Shahpur Kandi project to come up. It was kept in the cold storage for 5 decades, as a result of which entire share of India's Ravi water kept flowing into Pakistan till Prime Minister Modi came in. That project was revived and we're going to have the first phase this year.